This is the first part of the body kit. Alright, so here is the splitter. Okay, so I'm back, and today we've got one mod that you guys have been waiting for so long. Everyone keeps saying, where's the body kit, where's the body kit, this and that. Everyone keeps asking for it. This is the first part of the body kit. We've got obviously a splitter here, you can see. Yeah, we've got a splitter here. And this is actually a Leon FR Mark 1, I think it is. Yeah, Leon FR Mark 1 splitter. It goes in like every car, you can just adjust it a little bit, and literally goes in everything. Let me just get it out one sec. Yeah, it's from a Leon FR Mark 1. It goes in literally every VAG car, like any car from that kind of 2009-ish kind of time. Literally fits everything. People put these on Audis and they put on A3s. People send them on Passats. No, not Passat. A Jetta, I think it was. I saw it on Golfs. Obviously all the Seats, Ibiza, this and that, whatever. You can pick up kind of cheap. I'll leave a link down below for it, obviously, as well. But yeah, this is the splitter. It's got a nice design. It's got like a nice, like, raised bit and then drops and then raised on the side again, so you got like a nice little kind of feature part in it and everything. It's not just flat plain, but it is ABS plastic right now, so I do need to spray it. So I'm gonna sand it down, get primer, get all that kind of stuff, spray it black, and then we're gonna fit it to the car today. So I need to drill some holes in there, we need to sort everything out with it. But yeah, this is part one of part, I think it's gonna be 3 parts this is, because yeah, I think there's 3 parts, or it might be 4 depending if we get a certain part, but so far 3 parts is going to be, we've got the splitter, we've got 2 other pieces to go on. You guys have seen one of the one, and then there's one more that I need to order still. But yeah, they're going on soon as well, stay tuned for them. Oh yeah, and obviously if you are interested in seeing the rest, remember to subscribe obviously, so you can keep up to date with all this. But yeah, this is the splitter. We're going to spray this gloss black most likely. Yeah, spray this gloss black to match the rest of the car, and then get this put on. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so before we go, I thought I'd show you guys what it looks like. So it's just normal ABS plastic, but that's how the splitter looks. And then these holes, all these little like tabs we're gonna drill holes into. All of these long, it's gonna be we basically go overkill with the screws, but it's better than not having enough and it coming off. And these all need to be cut to like the perfect height for my bumper. And as always, links will be down below for one of these splitters as well. So if you want to do it yourself, it's not too hard, it's quite easy. Just a couple, if you can just do a bit of DIYing, it's quite easy to fit yourself. But yeah, I'll leave links down below for this as well. Okay, so now you're going to need a hacksaw, Stanley knife, pencil and a ruler, just something to cut it with basically, and the 2 little tabs at the top you want to line up with your bumper and cut them to roughly where you want them to be. And then I just sanded them down so they're smooth as well. So you just got to do that, just cut off slowly and you'll eventually get there. Okay, so the holes are all done. I decided to record this bit inside because there's way too much wind outside, but yeah, look, all the holes have been drilled all the way across, even here, just as better support. And then next we're going to be cutting these so they sit flush. I'll show you guys outside, but we're going to be cutting these so they sit flush. And all you need for that is just a hacksaw and a bit of sandpaper to just smooth off at the end. Just because you'd rather cut less and then do a little bit by a little bit with the sandpaper than cut more and be stuck with nothing left. So let's go out to the car and get this sorted out. Right, so it's like a day later. We've got the paint, we've got the sandpaper, we've got it set to spray. I'll show you guys all that now. So we've got half of this paint here, just standard gloss black, and this is a plastic primer, and then lacquer obviously. We've got a load of sandpaper found in the house. The splitter's there, we've got some sort of like setup. So basically I don't want to spray it. I don't want to miss out under here. I wanted to get it decently at the front at least. The edges are going to be cut off anyway, so they're not too bad. But I wanted to get all the front sprayed properly, I didn't want to just do the top. And I would have paid someone to do it, but to be fair, it's not actually too expensive to do it yourself, and it's not too hard. So I just got random pieces of wood, 2 old tires, I'm pretty sure that's a P0, but 2 random tyres. And then we're going to sand this down first, so I had it here just to set it all up, but sand it down and then spray it. You would want to spray it inside, ideally, but I haven't got any to spray it inside. And to be fair, it's a splitter, you're not really going to see it too much. So if you do have like little imperfections, it doesn't matter too much really. But yeah, let's get to start sanding then. Sand that down, then get it ready to spray. Okay, so we're going to start off with a 60 grit, you can see there, 60. We've got a 120 as well to finish off with, we're going to use 60, and the aim is to get off, see all these like bumps, I don't know if you can see them, it's like a texture in plastic. We're going to remove all the texture and any of these scratches that I've made from the saw from earlier when I was cutting it. That's all going to get sanded down so it's smooth. So I need to go all the way across, sand it all down. and get it all. Basically, just gonna get it all smooth. That's the main aim right now. Sanded down, yeah. We've washed it, obviously given it a wash, cleaned it with the microfiber obviously, so there's no like dust particles, none of that sitting around. And then we can get the paint. We're going to do about 2 layers of primer, 2-3 layers of primer depending on how much we need. 2 or 3 black, 2 or 3 lacquer basically. So yeah, I'm probably just going to time lapse the whole spraying section. Be able to do that now then. And by the way, if there is any imperfections, you do want to sand them down first, because the preparation is more important than the actual painting. Painting's the easy part. Get the sanding done properly, and even if you crap at painting, it will still be a decent job. Just make sure the prep's good, so make sure it's been sanded down and everything's like more or less even, then you'll be alright. So let's go then. Okay, so I've shaken the primer for about 2 minutes now, basically what's said in the bottle. When we spray it, we don't want to start the spray on there, we don't want to finish the spray on there, so you're going to go like diagonal across, and you keep it like, it'll say on the instructions how to use it, but yeah. Wait about 15 minutes between each coat, and then I'll just keep going on it until it's basically all the same colour. Okay, so we've got the clear lacquer here. It's going to go on about 2 to 3 coats, I'd say. We let about 10 minutes between each coat, by the way, for any of the paints. About 10 minutes, I'd say, for each coat. But yeah, I'll admit, it's not looking perfect. Some parts actually look really good, some parts not so good. As the parts that got sanded better look better, obviously. But I can possibly try salvage it later, but we'll see. But yeah, about 2 to 3 coats of clear lacquer on there. So the clear lacquer was going to go on now, but it just said to, I just read it, it said to wait for the base coat to dry for like another couple of hours. So I'm going to let that dry and probably do this tomorrow then, and get this done tomorrow. And on top of that, if I let it dry, I can probably sort out all the little bumps and stuff, all the little imperfections. So yeah, we can do it in a bit, or we're going to do it tomorrow. Okay, so now we've got the clear lacquer to go on, about 2 to 3 coats, and you can see it's not looking too bad, too fair right now. It's actually looking quite decent, and all the matte bits will change with the lacquer, so that'll sort them out. But yeah, let's do the spray of lacquer then. But yeah, it's looking quite good overall in general, to be fair. And yeah, it's raining outside right now, so it might take a bit of time to put on and be a bit awkward, but let's go record that then. Alright, so here we're looking at the little, it's like a splitter thing that's already on the car. It's weird. It's 4 T25s at the front of the car. You'll see them as 4 separate ones. The side ones off on the under tray, don't do the side ones. And then once the screws are out, it kind of it pulls out in a funny way. You just gotta keep wiggling it, and you'll get there eventually. Just keep trying. That's how it looks. You can see if you guys need help with it. Okay, so for the splitter, we just use some tape to line it up, and then when you're drilling it on, get someone else to hold it in for you, so you can kind of force it in position and then drill it in. Alright, so the splitter is now on, and it did take some time to put on, but just because the way it fit, it wasn't actually going to fit the bumper properly. I'll show you guys in a second why, but you have to get two people to do it basically. One person needs to hold it and one person needs to drill it in, so you actually get to you kind of force it into a certain shape. So yeah, I'll show you guys that. And to be fair, it actually looks quite good. At the start, when I first put it on, I was like, I don't know what to think, because I had to push it back a little bit to get the edges to go in, because the curve of the bumper was much tighter. So at the start, okay, it's way too windy outside. Yeah, so at the start, I actually didn't think it looked that great, to be fair. My intention was actually to take it off today, because I fit it yesterday. And the intention was, I saw it and I didn't think it was all that. I thought it looks a bit weird, doesn't fit right. I was ready to take it off. And then today when I went to uni, and when I parked up and looked at my car, it actually didn't look too bad, so I'll show you guys how it looks. Let me know what you think, because it's a bit of I think it's going to be a Marmite one, one where you either fully hate it or you actually like it a decent amount. It's not going to be it's okay, it's going to be either you don't like it at all or you think it's alright. So yeah, but it was a bit of an awkward one to get on, but for what, you can pick these splitters up cheap. You can get them for £40 or something, plus a bit of paint for £10-15. For a 50 quid job for a splitter, I would say it's not too bad, to be fair, and I actually think it kind of suits the car now. I'm kind of warming to it now. It's a bit weird, but it actually does kind of suit it to an extent. It's you have to just see it and realise. I don't know. I don't have to explain it. You have to see it and you'll see if you like it or not. I don't know why. It just has that kind of. It grows on you. It's weird. But yeah, let's go outside and show you guys the splitter. Alright, so here is the splitter. I don't know if you guys can hear me fully because I forgot to bring a mic, but that's the split. You can kind of tell, it depends because it's black in it, that's the thing, so you can't really see it too much. But see, when you get close to the car, it's not actually sticking out. If you look, and you move back a bit, you can see the sides first, and then you move back a little bit more, and you can see the actual splitter. Now, right there it looks weird, but if you stand back a bit, and you look from my angle about there, it kind of suits it. That's the thing, it's not too far off, to be fair. That's the thing. And now, because I couldn't measure it properly before, if I was you guys, I would actually cut these edges first to make them fit. And once you've cut them edges, once you've cut them edges, then cut the middle, because mine's not touching. So I need to somehow, I might even get somehow keep it up, maybe. I don't know, but it kind of keeps straight. I might just get some sort of filler piece and weld it in, maybe, I don't know. But it's like that, and the edges, it's quite nice how it's but it doesn't fit perfectly, you can see. So it's not exactly the best. But yeah, that's how it looks. See, from the side it sticks out, like it doesn't stick out, it's because the curve of the bumper's there, so it looks a bit funny. But it's a bit like, it kind of, I don't know how to explain. I'll throw a picture up now. If you haven't seen that picture on my Instagram ages ago, I was on anyway. Probably put it up like a few days before. But yeah, that picture actually looks kind of good. But then, like you see here, certain angles, it doesn't suit it. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know what to think of it still, but I think it does suit it to an extent now. It's kind of growing on me. Like, look at that. It's kind of growing on me. But yeah, it's a bit one of them ones. I might take it off, might keep it on, might even get a maxed on one maybe later on. But see, I like the design of it, the kind of subtleness to it. That's the thing. But let me know what you guys think down below. Obviously, I'll link it down below if any of you guys want to see it or buy it for yourself. And on top of that, it is also, to be fair, if you have a Mark 5, I'd say it suits it really well. But Mark 6 is just a bit. It's because the bumper has like such a tight curve. It's a bit of a weird one, but I think it can be pulled off just about. The black came out really good, to be fair. The spray paint came out really good. And actually, when I did the extra sanding and stuff, just overall, just basically do the spray painting how I said, it comes out really good. But I don't know if you can see in the video, there's already dirt on here. It's literally been a day. I've literally only driven it today, and there's already dirt on there. Only issue black. But yeah. So yeah, that's the splitter then for you guys. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it looks good or not? Because the split, I don't know, to me the split actually looks kind of sick, I think. But it's one of those ones that is a pain to get on to an extent. Like, you know what it is? The lining it up is the issue, because you have to like get someone to curve it and then to keep adjusting it and shit like that. Easiest way, get some masking tape, get a hacksaw out, get it cut mainly first, and then have someone help you put it on. That's probably the best way of doing it. And yeah, man, I think it was worth the effort, I'd say, to put it on. But I don't know how. I don't know if it's worth waiting and buying another one maybe, or keeping it, because I don't know. It depends. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of it. And honestly, for a Mark 5 Golf, it does suit it so well. That's why I thought it would suit a Mark 6. But the bumpers are slightly a bit too different. I thought it'd be similar. But for a Mark 5, I'll throw the picture up again of my brother's car. That Mark 5 had a nice splitter on there. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And also, if you have any issues fitting it, just let me know. I've gone through the hassle now, so I know how to do it. Oh yeah, so remember to like, comment down below, and trust me, subscribe. You're going to want to subscribe for the next video. The next video is going to be an exhaust one, and let's just say it pops. The exhaust now pops. Let's just say that, yeah. I might give you a teaser at the end of this. I don't know, I'll see. But yeah, remember to like, comment down below, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.